It's trying to pick up this pass on the last lap, side by side, slides up, maybe a little bit of contact with the quarter panel, and they turn. Contact here in our first mini stock heat race of the evening, and they're going to go down through 3 and 4. Gilliam trying to escape, still under green here, and Garrett Gilliam will take our checkered flag after a bit of contact from Jim Bates there. Look to make the pass here on this lap, go side by side through the middle of 3 and 4, but Barry Levitt's going to work into the outside wall there, trying to keep it outside, and he's dragging. Looks like an issue here, possibly for that fifth. And right in the middle of the turn. Big hit for the 23. Austin Ward spun on his own right in the middle of the turn. Might have gotten a little bit help pick up our heat win, and a little bit of contact there coming across the green, and the 21 of Austin Ward gets spun around, taking the checkered flag. And we're going to fire off in 3 and 4 now, and our Hornets are underway. Matthew Taylor first to the line, Jen Hall on the outside, but Toby Olds looking for a big run on the inside, wrapping the bottom lane, and has a nose out in front here early, but Jen Hall going to battle back and has the stronger run coming off the corner. In this lap, big run to the inside, and it looked like the 57 of Hall just died off in the middle of the corner there. Is hitting the exit ramp now, but something went wrong with that 57, and the 15 of Toby Olds going to move to the lead now. You hear that motor struggling just a little bit more as well. And it'll be Toby Olds taking the checker flag here for our Net Electric Hornets. And there's Toby Olds climbing out of his car now. Give it up for your Net Electric heat race main event winner.
Settle down. Don't scratch the paint. Holy mackerel.
So how quickly will Gilliam be looking to make a jump up front here after winning that heat race? Green flag waves. Helm leading from the outside. Gonna get a decent run, but Jim Bates here again, like he did in the heat race, trying to wrap this low apron in 1 and 2 to start the race and get around as many as possible. Going to clear 2, the 80 of Tony Helm and the 26 of Rob Brown. But it's Garrett Gilliam up front and charging away with this in front of Lane Campbell. Bates looking to pick up that pass for second on Lane Campbell, and it does on that lap. Bates showing some speed now, taking that low lane down the front straightaway, and pulls side by side entering turn 1 and 2 now. Bates going to get a nose out in front on the back straightaway, taking control of this race. Gilliam going to battle back on the outside, but Bates is going to drift up the track. A little bit of a crossover here, but Gilliam not with the speed. Gilliam doesn't have the speed to make the move, so they'll stay side by side here, 1 and 2. But it's not going to happen as Jim Bates wins his third race of the Net Electric mini stock season. Garrett Gilliam takes second for his second straight runner-up finish in the. They're going to build speed through 3 and 4 this time and fire green. It'll be Jen Hall first to the line. She'll work to the outside of the 09 Larry Leach, but Richard Dorman charging fast here, coming for this top spot. He gets right up to the back bumper of Hall there on that first lap and is now looking to the inside, entering turn 1. They'll go side by side. He's making that bottom work, though, and getting the better run out of it. He'll nose out in front onto the back straightaway. Hall battling back just a little bit. Contact that time, entering 3, but Richard Dorman able to get out front and take a lead here. Jeremy Smith making his way around Larry Leach to pick up that third spot. A little bit of contact there, and Larry Leach almost got sideways, moved up the track a bit, almost got into the way of Gary Cheek, but Gary able to stay off the back of Larry. Dorman's been dominant on the qualifying front this year, but finally shown in a race as Jeremy Smith now looking low on Jen Hall, looking to set up that pass for second, and finally has it. Is going to get all the way out in front of Hall now as she is in the chase spot, now running third. And here will be the white flag for Gary Cheek, and it'll be Richard Dorman taking the checkered for his first win of the 2024 season. Pace truck drops down here, and that 60 has been a little slow all night, so just going to work that bottom and try and use as little as possible here to get its points for the night. Working around the outside on the start, though. Miguel Romo getting a good launch on the outside of Insane Zane, but David Fippin's going to work to the inside, and we got 3 wide entering 3 and 4 this time. Contact in the middle. Miguel Romo getting moved up the track, and he's going to get turned. Zane not letting off the throttle, just going to keep it going, and we're back under caution here. Finally shrugs him off of him, but We're getting her next crack through 3 and 4. Brian Lev moves up the track big time. Looks like he got a little bit loose in the middle of the corner there and moved up in front of Miguel Romo, but Jen Hall's going to slip by for a second. A little bit of contact there back the front straightaway. Him in a bit, just about a tenth faster on that last lap with the second separating him. So it's going to be a slow build, but possible for Hall to get here. Getting the halfway to go this time around as we reach 12 laps in and 13 to go. And the 80 is going to spin on his own this time in turn 3 and 4. Really went high into turn 1 and wheeled it down through 1 and 2 and able to get right up to Hall's back bumper now. Contact. And we're going to have another caution out as the car looks like in the wall here on the back stretch. Gonna fire through the middle of 3 and 4 this time, and we are back underway. Brian Love back looking low on David Phippen, trying to sneak that low line and sneak into a top 3 position, but not able to keep it going. Although that time gets it to stick a little bit more and gets a good run onto the back straightaway. It's Brian Love here making this low line work a little bit more, losing it on entrance. You see him trade off better running speeds at different points in the track. And Brian Love's going to go around now in turn 1 and 2. This time, he's going to try and slip low on Hall. White flag waves for Brian Love here, who stays on the lead lap, but it'll be Jen Hall taking the race win with David Phippen second and Insane Zane third. And it's Austin Ward and Calvin Catlin on row 1, and they fire off side by side. Zane McKissick looking to push the middle early on here, right on the back bumper of the 21 Austin Ward, and he's going to turn him in the middle of 1 and 2 and get into the outside wall. Truck's able to check up. Gary Lavoie Jr. comes to a stop right before making contact with him. And McKissick going to get a good jump on that start there and stay out front, but Calvin Catlin battling down the backstretch on his outside. Catlin drifts up the track a little bit. David Levitt trying to work low here and picks up second here, passing Ron Cyril Jr. and Calvin Catlin. Ron Cyril going to try and work back to the low line here and is inside of Calvin Catlin for third. He tries driving it down a little bit, but Levitt's drifting up the track and a little bit loose. They're side by side back down the front straightaway, but it's David Levitt leading on that lap. Ron Cyril Jr. went low and got a little bit loose, and he's going to be passed for third. Calvin Catlin gets around the outside. Still side by side for the lead, though. Levitt inching out front. He is able to pick up a little bit more ground that lap. Would like to put Zane McKissick in a single file situation here. Touch ground since we last looked at that battle for the lead, but the battle for third now is on. Ron Cyril Jr. slipping to the inside of the 6C. Calvin Catlin looking to go 3 wide across the front straightaway around lap traffic. And Catlin's still able to hold on to the spot no matter how many times the 07 of Ron Cyril Jr. is able to slide low and pull side by side. He can't complete that pass quite with the exit. Catlin's able to get out of that turn 4 corner. Grip and run down there just isn't working tonight, and he's going to pitch it sideways out of the corner and go around on the front straightaway, which will bring us under caution with less than 3 laps remaining. Doing donuts all over here, trying to save it, going in the right direction. But it's going to come to a stop in that turn 1 corner. The 07 of Ron Cyril Jr. there. And Hall up front of Calvin Catlin and Kirsten Jones. And Kirsten Jones gets into Calvin Catlin going down the front straightaway, and caution will be back out. I believe we will have one more race restart, bring the conclusion of our race. David Levitt wins his second clean sweep of the season. Zane McKissick will finish second. Jen Hall third. The 07 of Ron Cyril fourth. Jeffrey Gillespie fifth. The 1H of Marty Husak sixth. And I believe Lavoie was 1 lap down, so it'll be Kirsten Jones 7th with Calvin Catlin finishing 8th and the 65 finishing 9th with Austin Ward, who had dropped off earlier, 10th, and the 23 of Adam Favre, who was not able to start after the earlier incident in the heat race, finishing 11th. But that'll round out our Delta Trading Group Thunder Trucks for our final main event of the evening. Fans, give it up for your 2023 track champion, David Levitt.